A lot of players express concern to me about the floating bridge system found on a Stonefield bass. How do you adjust the string height and how do you set intonation? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today on Stonefield Music. Hey, I'm joining you today with this lovely M Series 4-stringer that we've had around at the shows with us over the past year or so. We're going to talk about floating wooden bridges. I get a lot of questions both at the shows and through email with concerns over the ability to adjust string heights and the ability to set intonation accurately. It's kind of a funny question because when you really think about it, there's lots of floating wooden bridges out there in the world. Cellos, violas, archtop guitars, violins, they all use floating wooden bridges. When we see one on electric bass, however, it seems to raise some concerns just because it's a little bit out of the ordinary and unusual. First off is a question of why do we do it? Strictly a tonality issue. I believe wood contacting the string is the best way to get beautiful tonality. So we use a wooden bridge, and we also use wooden nuts on most of our instruments. So in that sense, we use that influence from cellos and violins, the beautiful tone that you get out of those lovely concert instruments, and we bring that onto the electric bass. We have a 3-piece adjustable bridge on the M Series instruments, which allows for string height adjustment through the central piece. That's this little wedge. If you want to adjust the string height up, push the wedge in. If you want to bring the string height down, pull the wedge out. It's as simple as that. It gives you about 1 millimeter of upward and downward movement. And in the instruments, we include 2 wedges, so you have both a thick and a thin wedge. It should really cover the preferences of any player. So string height adjustment, don't be concerned. If you want to get more fussy about a certain string needs to be exactly a certain height above the fingerboard in relation to the other strings, in that case you're going to need a luthier, just as a cello, a violin, a viola, or an archtop guitar. So moving on from the matter of adjusting string height and to intonation. Now, intonation is the ability of the string to always ring the correct note. So for that to happen, the distance from the string break across the nut to the string break across the bridge allows us to ring the correct note at an open string, as well as when fretted at the 12th fret and when the 12th fret harmonicas ring. Now, is this string intonated properly? We can only check it with a tuner to find out. In order to do this, we'll grab our little tuner, give the open string a ring. We've got a G. Ringing the harmonic. We've got a G. Fret the note. And we've got G. In this case, this string is accurately intonated. But what if that wasn't the case? What do you do with a bridge like this? It doesn't have an individually adjustable saddle. Well, that's what we're going to take a look at. And the first way to adjust the intonation is by loosening the strings. On a Stonefield, the friction stays at the headstock, loosened with the little drum tuning key. We supply one with the bass, but of course you can grab your drummers if you've lost yours. Loosen off the strings. Just give it a half a twist on each of the strings. And now with the strings nice and floppy, oh my goodness, the bridge has come out. What do I do now? Okay, it's really not a big thing. To set the intonation properly on the bass, I use my first finger and my index finger. I put it right in front of this E string carriage. Bring the bridge back under. Get the strings into the saddle notches. Slide the bridge back into that position. And then let's make sure everything looks symmetrical here. The bass, the top of the bridge, they're nicely aligned. The wedge may or may not be symmetrical. Remember, we're adjusting that wedge by pushing it in or pulling it out to bring the strings up or down. So it's okay if the wedge isn't symmetrical. But for the best load-bearing capability, so the bass can carry the weight of the strings, keep that saddle centered to the base of the bridge. Okay, with that, we know now that we're a mess. The intonation is not going to be correct on this instrument. So we'll adjust the intonation on the G string and we'll adjust the intonation on the E string. Once we've got those two set, we find that the strings in the middle fall in. Yes, they are not absolutely 100% perfect, but the reality is they are so close They are so close, most of us, like 99.5% of us, cannot hear the alteration. So let's get this G string organized. Bring that partially up to pitch. Bring the tuner, and where are we at? Okay, now I stopped just short of G, and as I recommend in the owner's guide with the Tom Stanley tuning system, you bring your string to just below the pitch you're trying to target, and then finish off down here at the tailpiece. Simple as that. We're now ringing G. When I fret at the 12th, ooh, we're a bit sharp. What does that mean? That means that the bridge is too far forward. Simply loosen the string, move the bridge on just that side back a little bit, retune, still sharp, loosen, adjust, retune. Ooh, we're getting close. One more try. We got G. Oh, we're a little bit flat. We've got G. Ooh, tick sharp. Okay, we're back at G. Fretted. We've got G. Harmonic, we've got G. That string is now intonated. So with the G string intonated, now we'll move up to the E string. Oh, just a little over there. That was pretty good. Okay, we've got an E. Slightly sharp, very close. Now, the trick here, do not move the position of your G. Bring the E just a little bit back, and you'll notice you probably couldn't even see my hand move. I mean, this is real feel kind of stuff. Just a tweak here and a tweak there. Okay, we've got E. We've got E. We've got E. We're intonated. It's really that easy. The G was a little bit fussy this time. Sometimes it goes faster than that. The E was very quick. It was only 2 adjustments to get it. Now, what do we need to do with the middle strings? Nothing. Tune them up. D. Check them all. We're done. Time to play. Okay, so that's it. We've adjusted the string height. We've adjusted the intonation on our floating wooden bridge. As you can see, it's not that difficult to do. Even in the worst of circumstances, it's only going to take you a few minutes. Nothing to be afraid of. For more information on the Stonefield bass, the floating wooden bridge system, and all the other unique elements that we incorporate into our instruments, get on over to stonefieldmusic.com or check us out on Instagram, also Stonefield Music, or check out our Facebook, also Stonefield Music. We hope to see you there, and we'll see you again soon. Mm-hmm.